Belen de Leon, good morning. You're in your Rams blue this morning, too.
I am. We've got our team spirit. Yes, we do. But we're watching really closely what's happening with the weather because of these wild winds. Our friend Holly, she's in for Robin. What's happening?
All right, Friday light conditions out there. Belen, good Friday morning to you. Right now we are in downtown Los Angeles, and there's no accidents or hazards in this area on the 10, the 110, the 5, and the 101. Everything looks clear. Heading to Chatsworth, there's a mattress in the right lanes on the East 118 around DeSoto Avenue. So something to be aware of. Those big hazards sometimes can potentially cause accidents, so be defensive drivers out there. Just a reminder, we do have a traffic alert in effect in Santa Ana, South 5 at 17th. The off-ramp is closed after an accident. There's an overturned vehicle there, so you can use the Grand Avenue exit in the meantime. All right, on the West 10, let's time the drive from the 5 to the 405. It'll take you under 15 minutes, speeds in the 60s and 70s through downtown LA and Mid-City. And then here's a live view of the 60 in Hacienda Heights. Looks good.
And with meteorologist Belen de Leon, I love that little song that they were singing, you know.
Oh, so cute.
Speaking of the sunshine.
Yes, absolutely. You know, and when it comes to our weather today, we are going to have some sunshine filtered with increasing clouds. But the main story is going to be the winds. We're still under a wind advisory, and today is going to be the windiest day. Take a look at some of the reports so far. We've had peak gusts up to about 57 miles per hour in Warm Springs, Rancho Cucamonga 54, Beaumont 48, Fontana 46, and Saugus 37. And we haven't even reached the peak. So here is a look at the forecast hour by hour when it comes to the winds for our friends in Santa Clarita. And for the next several hours, all the way through the afternoon, expect those gusts to be above 40 miles per hour. So this could cause a lot of damage, could bring down some trees, also some tree limbs, and definitely cause some difficult driving conditions. Speaking of, when you're getting behind the wheel, we've had some damage out there already, so careful with that debris. When we take a look at the wind gust futurecast, you notice how it's still very bright and colorful all the way through the middle of the day. Through the Inland Empire, over in the Santa Ana Mountains, Newhall Pass, the LA Ventura County Mountains, all the way out towards the Ventura County coastline, and breezy for our friends in the deserts. Now, afternoon, the winds do weaken, some diminish, but they're still going to be gusty out of the northeast. Saturday is when we're expecting for the winds to finally weaken, and then we'll see some improvement. Now, the main impact that we're going to be seeing today is going to be with those downed trees and branches. Little to no risk when it comes to that fire danger because we have high fuel moisture from all the rain we saw in December, but we could also see impacts when it comes to driving and also damage to power lines. So there you have it. Over the weekend, the winds will be better. Today, you just got to brace for it. Coming up, we'll take a look at that weekend forecast. Raise your hand if you're ready for it. Holly?
I am ready.
Ready for it?
Yep.
2 hands.
2 hands up. Let's
Ready?
do this. Raise the roof. Raise the roof of the Rams house. Let's do this. All right, we got that Friday feeling. We made it to the weekend. Good morning to you. We're in Orange County right now. Things look great. I don't really have much to say. Check out the 91, green all over the place. The 5, the 57, the 55, the 22, and the 405 are also clear. Taking you back to Long Beach, I have been following a traffic alert since 4 a.m. North 710 at Del Amo Boulevard. The on-ramp and the off-ramp are closed. This is all due to an accident. There's a semi on its side, so the on-ramp and off-ramp will probably be closed till at least 6 a.m. I will keep you updated on this, and then we'll head back to Chatsworth. East 118 near DeSoto. There's a mattress in the right lanes. Might slow you down a bit as you make your way towards the 405. Let's talk about the 405 in Long Beach. North side from the 605 to West LA will take you about 25 minutes right now. Speeds in the 60s through Carson, Torrance, Hawthorne, and Inglewood. And then we can head outside to get a live view of the 405.
Belen de Leon talking about the winds this morning. Oh, boy.
I feel like I need like a wind machine right here to feel like Beyonce.
Beyonce win, yeah.
I'm a single lady. Hi, everyone. Happy Friday. This isn't funny, though, because we do have these winds causing damages in some of our neighborhoods. This is a live picture right now from Rancho Cucamonga from our photographer, Enrique Roman. Thank you so much, Enrique, for braving the winds, but you can see how gusty it is out there and probably how noisy it is for the residents that live out there to have this blowing through their neighborhoods. So again, a wind advisory in effect all the way through tonight for the Inland Empire. Dangers when it comes to driving, also could cause some power outages outages. Let's take a look at the temperatures. For our friends over in Burbank, the weather for you this morning is going to be around 55 degrees as you're starting off your day. Now, around noon is when we're expecting the temperatures to be around 70 degrees, but it's still going to be breezy at that time. And then later in the day, around 3 p.m., temperatures will be at 72. So temperatures are in check. They are cold this morning, but this afternoon it will be mild. Now, here's another reminder why you need to give yourself some extra space from those high-profile vehicles, and why if you drive those high-profile vehicles, you need to be careful with the wind. When you compare the area of perimeter and the exposed profile of a high-profile vehicle to a normal car, look at how much exposed area a high-profile vehicle has. So when you get those crosswinds, it could easily be tipped over. And unfortunately, that's the scenario that we're seeing today. The weather setup that could cause issues with those high-profile vehicles, and why you need to give yourself some space from them. So please be safe with that. This morning, bundle up. Temperature-wise, it's cold up in the deserts. You've got 20s and 30s over in Big Bear, 28. In the Inland Empire, we're just all over the place. We've got temperatures in the 30s, in the 40s, in the 50s, in the 60s. All of the temperatures over in the IE. Bundle up. Temperatures in the 40s around the downtown area, and where we have some stronger winds over in Ventura County, you're in the 60s. Here's your hour-by-hour forecast in Simi Valley. You've got 50s through 9 a.m., and this afternoon the temperatures are going to be mild. We'll have 60s, upper 60s, and low 70s. The numbers for everyone else will look like this: a cool day in the deserts in the 50s, 40s in Big Bear, and 70s everywhere else. Now, we are going to have some increasing clouds because of a weak system offshore. That system will be moving inland, and then tomorrow it's going to be a very cloudy day for us. There's even a slight chance for some showers for our friends in the mountains. Here's your 7-day forecast. Today will be the warmest day out of the next 7. And then we're going to lower the temperatures over the weekend. Next week, we have highs in the 60s. Our friends in the valleys in IE, you've got 70s through Sunday, then 60s starting on Monday for the last day of January. The high desert, you've already got the 60s. And next week, it's going to get colder in the 50s. In the low desert, 70s, and then 60s by the middle of next week. Finally, in the mountains, watch out for the winds. If you are headed into the mountains tomorrow, you could have some light showers. It's not going to add up to much. Sunnier on Sunday. That's your forecast. 5:20 right now. Let's talk to Holly. Get a check of traffic.
All right, good Friday morning to you. We are in the Inland Empire. We are still seeing Friday light conditions at 5:20, so that's some good news. It looks great through Corona on the 91, the 60, the 10, the 210 are all clear, so it's quiet right now in the IE. Now, we do have 2 traffic alerts in effect, but they're not causing major problems, which is good. Still dark and early out there. In Santa Ana, South 5 at 17th, the off-ramp is closed. There's an overturned vehicle there. CHP is hoping to reopen this exit in the next 30, 60 minutes, so I'll keep you updated as to when that happens. And then in North Long Beach, North 710 at Del Amo, the on-ramp and off-ramp are closed due to a semi that's on its side, and this probably won't open up till around 6 a.m. On the West 91 from Riverside to Anaheim, a drive of just about 40 minutes, speeds in the 60s through Corona and Anaheim Hills. And then we can head outside to Downey. Let's take a live look at the
Belen de Leon, and you will be out there for the Super Bowl as well, leading up to it.
Leading up to it, we're going to start the coverage, guys. We're your home for the Super Bowl, so make sure you stay tuned. And it's so good to see that she is giving away the tickets to such deserving people within our community. You take care of Matthew, okay? All right? You got to take care of him for the big game. Now, let's take a look at the weather for the big game this Sunday. We have the forecast around 3:30. It's going to be nice, 67 degrees for Rams fans headed out there. Halftime is going to be at 64, and by the end of the game on Sunday, we're expecting the temperatures at 59 degrees. So it is going to be cool for the game. Bring the sweater, the jackets, make sure it's blue. Our boys need our support, and thankfully the winds will be much better. Now the winds today, yikes, ay, ay, ay. Today's going to be the windiest day. We have the wind advisory in effect until 10 p.m. So we're going to take a look at the map and time it out for you. Around lunchtime is when we're expecting the peak of the winds, especially over the LA Ventura County mountains. Gusts close to 40 miles per hour through Santa Clarita, blowing over towards the Ventura County coastline into Oxnard. Strong winds through the Inland Empire and also over into Orange County. Now, as we head into the evening, the winds will be lighter in comparison, but those gusty offshore winds will continue in our forecast all the way through Saturday morning. So over the weekend, the winds are going to be better, but we're going to see some changes when it comes to the temperatures, and there's some spots that could even see some showers. The details on that the next time I see you. 5:40 right now, and Holly gave us her expert Rams analysis earlier. Our boys got this.
They have it. I mean, they're favored to win. I believe that they are going to bring it home for us.
Yes, great quarterback, awesome coach. I mean, he inspires me.
Absolutely. And you know what? Coming up, we should talk about like what we're going to eat during the game, because all of a sudden I was thinking, I have a craving for nachos. Like, let's talk food coming up.
Love it. Let's not wait till Sunday. Let's do that today.
No, we're going to talk about it today. Happy Friday, everyone. Some good news out of Santa Ana on the South 5 at 17th. That off-ramp is back open. This is no longer a traffic alert, and traffic looks good in Orange County in general. Let's take a look at the map. 5 looks great through Anaheim and Santa Ana. The 57 is clear. The 55 is quiet. The 91 looks great. And then from there, let's head to Downey on the West 105 from Downey to LAX. That commute will take you about 20 minutes. Still a wonderful time to leave for your early morning flight if you have one to catch this Friday. And then let's head to Baldwin Park on the South 605 from Baldwin Park to Norwalk. Speeds in the 60s. That drive will take just about 15 minutes. Things look great through Whittier and Santa Fe Springs. And then I'll take you outside to give you a live picture of the 60. This is in Hacienda.
Meteorologist Belen. Did you get my joke?
I got your joke. Yeah, she did it right. Meow. You know, what can I say? It was a perfect fit. That's what it was. Hi, everyone. Happy Friday, and thank you for joining us. Now, if you live in Orange County, you might be seeing a lot of monarch butterflies. This is a really cool picture by Traveling Glory. Look at how beautiful this creature is. Thank you so much for sharing your pictures with me. If you'd like to see them here with us, use that hashtag NBCLA. You can also tag me on Twitter, Instagram, and also Facebook. Now, let's talk about the weather this morning, because not only is it windy with winds increasing through the middle part of the day, it's also very chilly. We've got cold temperatures up in the deserts, 20s and 30s. The weather for our friends in Big Bear also cold in the 20s, but west of the mountains, we're really all over the map, literally. I mean, we've got temperatures in the 40s, in the 50s, in the 30s, 60s too. It just depends what the winds are doing in your neck of the woods. Where you have some breezy conditions, you have 60s. Where you're wind sheltered, you have temperatures in the 40s. So that's the basin, and also for our friends over in Temecula and Hammett, where you have 30s and 40s, and the SGV, temperatures there in the 40s. Let's plan your day hour by hour in Fullerton, because you have 50s through about 7 a.m., 9 a.m. temperatures in the 60s. But because you guys are being influenced by these downsloping winds, the temperatures for you are going to be in the 70s this afternoon. Taking a look at the numbers for everyone, we are going to be at or above normal for this time of year. Comfortable temperatures, 60s at the coast and 70s inland, 50s for our friends up in the mountains. Now, the weather this morning, it's a little cloudy. Clouds are increasing from a weak system that's just offshore. So as soon as the sun comes up in about an hour, it could be a colorful one because of that added cloud cover, but more clouds are going to move into the picture by tomorrow. So tomorrow is going to be a mostly cloudy day, and that could cause the temperatures to come down. Here's the weekend forecast. We have 60s for the base and the OC, the IE, the coast in the 70s, and in the mountains, a slight chance for some showers. But it'll be sunny again by Sunday, and look at the temperatures rising back into the 70s, 60s at the coast, and 40s for the mountains. Here's your 7-day forecast brought to you by Nissan. We're ending the month with no more rain. Maybe a slight chance on Saturday, some drizzle, but nothing to write home about. Temperatures will slowly come down over the weekend, and next week we'll have temperatures in the 60s. Over in the valleys in IE, 70s for you this afternoon with increasing clouds. Tomorrow, more cloud cover, sunnier on Sunday. Great for those games. I mean, if you want to bring the TV outside, the winds will be lighter. And then temperatures in the 60s next week. The weather for our friends in the deserts, you've got 60s. It'll be breezy and a cool day. In the low desert, you have 70s. And finally in the mountains, temperatures for you are going to be in the 40s. No more new snow. If you wanted to head up and enjoy it over the weekend, you will have some sunnier skies on Sunday. But on Saturday, watch out for some breezy conditions and also a slight chance for some showers. That's been your weather. Let's talk to Holly and get a check of traffic. What's happening?
Well, in Riverside, we have a little bit of an area of trouble, Belen, on the South 215 near Central Avenue. We have a semi in the right lane. I mentioned this around 15 minutes ago. Back then, I was still seeing green on the South 215. Now I am seeing some slowing as you make your way towards Moreno Valley. From there, let's check out conditions in the Inland Empire. And I have to say, for the most part, pretty quiet. It is getting a little bit busier on the West 91 through Corona, but the 210, the 10, the 60 still look good, as does the 15 through Norco. Let's check the drive on the West 60 from Riverside to Diamond Bar. It'll take about 25 minutes, speeds in the 60s through Ontario and Chino. And then on the West 91 from Riverside to Anaheim, speeds in the 50s, and that drive will take you just about 40 minutes. Here's a live look at the 405 freeway. This is in Long Beach. Towards the left, we have those headlights moving north towards Carson, Torrance, Hawthorne. Everything looks good. McCall and Michelle coming up. We'll check out the 10 through Mid-City.
All right, Holly, thanks so much. Coming up new at 6 o'clock, M&M's mascot backlash, why the candy company's new look is blowing up online. A lot of people can't stomach it. We're going to